Hello students, in this video we are going to step into Unit 2 of Web Technologies. In Unit 1, we have dedicated in learning HTML, CSS, Bootstrap and Bootstrap components. In Unit 2, we are going to learn about client-side scripting languages. For client-side scripting languages, we will learn JavaScript. So these are the various topics in Unit 2 that we are going to look at. We would start off with client-side scripting. Later we will learn the basics of JavaScript. Then we shall look into DOM manipulation. DOM manipulation talks about how the HTML or the web page behaves when any changes are made to it. Then later we will talk about strings and regular expressions, functions, destructuring, a wonderful topic, arrays, sets and maps, very interesting one. Then later we will go for iterators and generators. And at the end we will look into promises and asynchronous operations. So this unit is going to be fun in learning. So let's talk about client-side scripting languages. Client-side scripts, they run on browsers. They run on the user browser engine. The client's machine is responsible to run the scripts written on client side. And among all the client-side scripting languages, JavaScript is the most popular language. In the next slide, we are going to see the reasons why JavaScript is more popular among all other client-side scripting languages. This diagram, this figure will explain you why JavaScript is the best. Now, before JavaScript, whenever a user registers his details with a web page, the validation used to happen at the server side. So, the data used to be sent to the server, and at the server side the data used to get validated, and later it used to respond back to the client. Now this results in a tedious job. The time, the cost, everything goes up when we are interacting with server every time when we log in. In order to fix this problem, they have come up with client-side scripting language, which is JavaScript. Now JavaScript, what it does, it validates the credentials given by the user at the client side itself. So on the user machine, the form validation happens like you see here. So form validation performed here at the client side, and later the data is sent to web server. So all browsers identify JavaScript, and all browsers are efficient enough to execute JavaScript code. So here we will see why JavaScript. So JavaScript is the backbone of client-side scripting. Now JavaScript offers us many elements, interactive elements that makes our web page dynamic. Now a web page is dynamic in nature when it is able to interact with the user. In the previous slide we have seen how how the data is being validated at the client side itself. So imagine a web page where you interact with the web page by giving your details such as your username, password, when when you register, when you give your details like your address, mobile number. So these things are validated at the client side. Now that is because of JavaScript. And another reason why JavaScript is more popular is JavaScript is loosely typed scripting language. By you already know what is meant by loosely typed and what is meant by strongly typed. JavaScript is almost insensitive. Okay, so it is loosely typed, and JavaScript also does not demand data types while declaring variables. So there are many wonderful things about JavaScript which are unconventional to you. So far we have seen programming languages which are strongly typed, which are very case sensitive, and also very strict when it comes to rules we need to follow. But here JavaScript is easy, it is user friendly, it provides us with many interactive elements that can make the web page interactive, and it also user friendly and loosely typed. So here it says it is supported by all modern web browsers. And yeah, the last point talks about JavaScript makes web pages interactive. We got many elements like text boxes, many components like get element by ID, many functions, many methods that are provided by JavaScript. These are all ready-made function and tailored functions using which we can make the web page interactive. So in the next video, we are going to look at how to use variables in JavaScript. As a part of basics of JavaScript, we would kick off with learning how to declare variables, what are different data types we have to declare variables. I know I have said that we do not have data types, but we have different types of variables that can be used in JavaScript. And later we will look into how to create functions in the next class, how to create functions and what all different functions we have uh, in the JavaScript. Okay, and as a part of basics of JavaScript, that is the part, and later we will move on to learning strings, regular expressions, and so on and so forth, like I discussed in the first slide. Thank you.